telling you, a comeback. Radical, what a comeback. I mean, really, when I was a kid, and, well, this state, basketball has always been king. Well, it was until the last couple decades. We kind of lost track. Was always king in the state of Utah. I mean, giant. I remember when the All-Church League, Mormon Church Leagues used to be televised. I mean, big time. My dad was a famous coach. I mean, basketball was so king in this state, and the four major universities were always epic basketball teams. Weber State, Utah State, University of Utah, and BYU, but it's been a long fucking time. Long fucking time. It's back. These four teams are fucking so good this year. I listened to the Utah game. I was going to go. I should have went down to it because I like that Wooster kid. And then if you think I can go, you ever listen to their coach? You know, he came from Utah State there. You ever listen to him do a press conference? His press conferences are epic. He don't shut up. I mean, those press conferences, you finally got to tell him to shut up. He'll go for 2 hours solid nonstop. He's something else. I love that guy. So their big center had 34 last night, Utah. Carlson, he's something else, man. And so the only team that's beat BYU, Utah, BYU, all that. You know, I remember coming home and there was a bus getting off the freeway. Can't remember where I was coming home, and I'm like, what the hell, cops everywhere. I'm like, what the hell is this? You know, because I live out by Fremont. And then it hit me, oh, they must have won. You know, he's my neighbor. They won the state championship. He's on that BYU team. They're all that. Oh, they're epic. So here's the difference. Weber State, oh, fuck. This team is so fucking good. I've changed, I call him Dylan Dantley Magic Jones. I'm the guy that named Dylan Magic Jones. Oh, that's already taken. No. It's such a compliment to Magic and Dylan. I remember when I told Dylan, I said, well, what do you think I call you? This is a long time ago. A couple years ago. I said, I've changed your name to Dylan Magic. He says, you're really going to make my head grow now. As your head growing, the rest of you's growing. Fuck, you're getting huge. You know, because he's gotten thicker and stronger and bigger. He is some kind of fucking player. And he's so much better than even last year. I mean, he blows my mind. I mean, just worth the pay of admission just to watch him. He is that fucking good. So I call him DMJ, Dantley Magic Jones. So DMJ, but then you got Utah State. Well, the hilarious thing about this, you know, because he coached Montana State. Me and Kev's talking, and in that thing I'm talking about, that post game on against Montana State, he's talking about how this new center's, and I says, I don't think so. Well, he's just as good as that big 6'8", you know, and then I look over my shoulder, and there's a guy with Utah State standing there, and I walk over. The guy he's talking about, the big 6'8" transfer to Utah, he's standing there. I'm like, Kev, you better go talk to him. You just said this guy's better. I don't think so. So Danny, who coaches Montana State, he and I, this is way, way back when he was just a young guy. And I was pretty young then, too. We used to go to Wendover March Madness and watch it. I remember I watched March Madness with him on that great Jeremy Boyette team. When that team was so good here in 2023. Pat Dantley and Jeremy Boyette, I don't talk enough about him. Oh, my God, what a player. You know, he signed when they beat North Carolina up there. So it's back. It's been so long, you know. I go back to those great Utah State teams, Phil Johnson, Cornell Green, and, of course, Wayne, the greatest probably player in the history of the state, who's electrocuted and killed, but, you know, the great Willie Sojourner Weber, but in this building, Damian Lillard, you know, so many great players, Jerry Carty, Jeremy Sieglin, so Scotty Bamford, DMJ, but the University of Utah, they've gone the farthest, right? That championship game, they played against Kentucky. Now, why did they always get Kentucky in the tournament? Because that feud was still going on, because Arnie Farron is from Ogden. Yeah, that Arnie Farron. Arnie Farron was head of the committee for all those. Why do you think we got those great games here? And every year, and I still love that arena down there. I love that arena at the University of Utah. My favorite game at the University of Utah ever, I was at that game. A young Nash kid. Woo, freshman. Stoudemire and Olsen, Arizona, packing 15 seed beats two. Oh, I was at that game. Wow. I was at when Jason Kidd got beat here, his last game, when Alvano cut down the nets. But that Kentucky-Utah feud that had been going all day was still going. So after Arnie got away, the head of the committee, Kentucky, would always make sure they run into Utah. And they run into Utah every year under Majerus. Well, all those years, it was somewhere in the, the championship game, Utah was way ahead. What a freaking team. What a coach, Majerus. And then, of course, the great Dick Hunsaker, who should have got this job way back. Who played in. What a coach. And now I'm not even talking about UVU, but, but the big four, there's something this year, finally, after although we're talking, 2024. Wow. You think all four are getting the tournament? Oh, yeah. Yep. Has that ever happened? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All those great. By the way, Dick Mana and Phil Johnson are Soda Springs, Idaho guys. My mom's from Lava. And La Jolla. What a combination. Lava to La Jolla. I mean, used to be pretty sophisticated in those days, way back. Idaho. So, all these great players, and they always play each other at kind of a, the in-state gig. What do they call that? We used to have a name for it. How come they didn't play this year? I was talking to the guy who runs this. He says, we can't get anybody in here, which blows my mind. Can't even get concerts. Why does nobody want to come here? The acoustics, Stevie Nicks says the acoustics was like perfect in there. Says it's like the best acoustics anywhere. I don't get it. Why would you want to come play in this Purple Palace? It's just because it's all about the money, I guess. What a great road trip, man. So, but I want to get this up because do I think this is going to be the best year for Utah College basketball in history? I think it could be. That is saying a lot. You go back to the 50s when Weber State won national championships. They were JC, of course, then, Byron Scott's dad, Alan Holmes, played for them. What players have been here? University of Utah, they're back. They're back. That place used to be so great to watch basketball in that freaking chrome dome, I used to call it. Oh, I love that arena. And, of course, here's the difference. Weber State is so epic and so, this guy, I'm telling you, Dylan Jones is an NBA. He could end up being the number one pick in the NBA. He's going to be a superstar. They're just loaded. Sedell Threet's son, Dyson Core, the Jordan B. Digger, local. Just incredible players. We get 2,000 or 3,000. You know how much BYU played Wyoming? Oh, attendance is down all over the country. Oh, really? You know how many was at the BYU game the other night? They're playing Wyoming. 18,900. Oh, they draw. Go up to Utah State. Go up there and see how they draw. I don't know what the hell the deal is here. We used to have it packed. So, but, I don't know. And it's the cheapest seat in the state. But, I don't know. So, basketball back in Utah. 2024, do I think it'll be the best season in the state of Utah college basketball? There's been times when all four teams were in the top 20. It's been a long time ago. Yes. Do I think it's possible that all four? Yeah. If Weber wouldn't have that screwball freaking fly clear across to Canada, play with the Euro, all that up till 3 in the nightmare, which threw them out of sync, I think they might have one loss. So they're 4 legit top 20 teams. They're all that good. And so Utah was down to Washington yesterday by 13 or 14 in the second half. And just went crazy. And that's with them shooting the most pitiful free throw percentage. I think they shot around 50% from the line. I think they were like 10 for 22 or something. And still scored 95 points. Whoa. So we'll see, but I think this could be the best year for college basketball, well, you like the old days when nobody went to the Jazz. When they were good. Now everybody goes to Jazz when they suck, which I call the BYU Jazz. Danny Ainge, I see him packing in that. I see him got sent packing his last game here. So we'll see, but I got a hunch that all 4 teams are going to go to the tournament. I think all 4 teams are going to freaking do it. Now, BYU's been notorious for getting beat in the tournament. So is Utah State. Stu Morrill, who Randy Ray came from, they're going to name the court after Stu Morrill. What a coach. I used to see him in Wendover all the time. He was always gambling, but after the season, he's a slot machine player. But what a coach, but he couldn't win the tournament. I think he went 1-7. But Weber State hasn't won a tournament game since '99. So Utah, when was the last time they won? I mean, they've had some damn good teams, but you got to go back to that incredible Rick Majerus run. Oh my God, what teams! Holy cow! Andre Miller, what a fucking player! Whoa, whoa! And so Doliak, Utah State's historically had lots of great players, lots of them. Nate Williams. I go back to my old neighbor Haas, Weber High. Those are NBA guys. So, of course, the great Tom Chambers, who's from here. Put him in the fucking Hall of Fame. Why is Tom Chambers not in the Hall of Fame? That blows my mind. I mean, he's from here. He's a Weber County guy. We love that dude. The best player ever to be born and raised in the state of Utah. Tom Chambers? Yes. So, I looked. All 4 teams, possibly top 20 teams? Yes. All 4 teams, tournament teams possibly? Yes. The best year in the history of, that's saying a lot. Well, at least, many, many, many years. Here in Snow, Utah, there's no snow, the banana belt. Get out your lawnmowers. So, stay tuned. What a year.